It's so great watching you or watch me cook up something extremely delicious. It's currently Friday night, Saturday night is tomorrow. I don't feel like nothing fast food, anything like that. So I'm gonna make a classic weekend-esque meal in-house. And that is pizza. Every great pizza starts with a starter or a Polish. And that's it. We're gonna start there, kick back, relax, and watch how I make my weekend pizzas. You guys have all watched me make plenty Polish on this channel. I don't think you need to be completely in the bucket to get the idea. First off is yeast. About 10 grams of that stuff. Sugar, or if you're super rich, honey. I mean, you don't have to be super rich using honey. If you have bees, use some honey. Now we're gonna go with 400 grams of water. We're making a decently big Polish. The more ferment, the better. Next up is some flour. If you have bread flour, that's super good. You don't need pizza flour. That's quite overrated, I reckon. All-purpose flour, that's all good. It's when you gotta hit the turbo. Super gloopy. Breaking off just like that. That's all we need. That's all we want. You don't need to do anything else. Just get your lid on. And then leave this out room temp bench overnight. Welcome back, it's a new day. Here's our Polish from the night before. I don't even need to prep myself because I love this, alright? Oh, holy. That's the fizz. I've made pizza dough on the channel before. And first step, we always want to dissolve the starter. The Polish will be long and stringy like this. And we're just dissolving that within the water, so it's one. Get our mixing bowl, and we're going with our dry ingredients, which is just flour and salt. I've given my starter a mix, and I'm adding half of it in. Set your timer for 15 minutes, and in that time, we can get the sauce on too. With making the pizza dough different, I'm gonna make the sauce a little bit different too. So it starts off the same way, a little bit of olive oil, and every red sauce was shallow frying the veggies. And this is just a sofrito, carrot, onion, celery. I'm cooking this on high heat, and you can see it's super thin. I've pulsed that through the food processor. So once this goes transparent in no time, we're ready to move on to the next step. Just have a look, have a listen. Our vegetable concentrate, sofrito concentrate, all the water's been cooked out. Now we're gonna go in with as much garlic as you want, and once we smell the garlic, then it's done. It's done, that's all it needs. Oregano, basil, black pepper, that goes in. And get that incorporated. Kind of speedrunning pizza here, eh? Because I don't feel like standing around the whole day babysitting anything. I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to either. Here's what we're looking like. That's exactly what we want. My absolute favorite. Anything Italian plum, or if you're not a tomato connoisseur, then don't even worry about it. We're just chucking that in. 3 cans of whole tomatoes. And get that tomatoes all on the bottom. We don't want to let anything burn. You go hot water. Just in one. Give that a swirl around. Transfer to the next. Give that a swirl around. Transfer to the next. And then you got all of that tomato essence that's just been built up. Over to the pot. And chuck that guy in. And guys, I told you I'm doing a different hydration of dough. You can see how sticky that is. The flour needs to hydrate. It's a super high hydration dough, and we need to take a little bit of care to it. We need to prep it just a bit. On goes our tea towel. Here's all my baked goods tea towel. Follow your true north. Link in description. Shout out to that lady. It's slightly damp with a plate. This goes into the fridge, and we need to actually let it come cold. If you don't cool it down, if it's still at room temp, or if you're just working in a hot environment, bro, there's no way you're gonna get this dough rolled out without you combusting. Here we go, got a little space for it. That just hangs out there. Anywhere between 1 to 2 hours plus, right? If you got 4 or 5 hours, even overnight, I'll recommend that. But bro, you might be thinking, oh, why don't you just make an easy one or blah 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 blah. Bro, I need to stay sharp. This guy needs to stay sharp. If he doesn't, then he's gonna be restless. He's gonna be real annoying. All right. Here's the result after about, I'll say 30 minutes. Super thick, more like casserole vibes, eh? Not really pizza sauce vibes. So I'm just adding some lemon juice. And really, guys, cooking is way more simple than you think. You'll be like, oh, this is not authentic. No, I never said once it's gonna be authentic. You just play around, see what you can conjure up. Just gonna add some more lemon juice too, because it needs to thin out as well. So might as well just add some sour fruit water. That smells so good, it smells so fruity. It's just gonna boost up that fruitiness too. And I'm just gonna blitz it up. Time to add a little bit of salt. Yeah. We're gonna go taste test. This is the final taste test. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be valid. Yeah, really hits that bright notes. Okay, I've got a scraper. I'm just gonna scrape the dough onto the bench. I just like working on the bench. I just find it's better. As we know, this dough is going to be an absolute bead to work with. Water up your hands. I'm using this to cut it. Water that up. Oil on this. And I'm going for pretty decently big pizzas today. I'll say around the range of 280. You need to wait for the dough to be ready for it to be cut, pulled out. You know, I'm not going crazy with it. I'm just letting it come off in its own time. But you see how gentle I am? It's like a dough touch. Once you work with a lot of doughs, you'll understand the dough touch. All we're doing in this step is rolling into a ball and getting some tension on the dough. So however you can do this with this kind of hydration of dough, you know, you find a way that works for you. If it's valid, it's valid. If it's not, then it's not. You can do the slap and fold method, and then when it's like that, roll it. This is when sourdough becomes super handy, working with super high hydration doughs. Sprinkle the top of flour. Flip it into the bowl. The order that it's stacked in, this was the first rolled, that's the last rolled. By the time these rest and proof, and they'll be ready to use within the hour. So that's super exciting. We get to eat some behemoth 75% hydrated doughs. We're gonna go heavy semolina on the bench board, whatever you're making it on. Heavy. This is the bottom of the dough. Just gently pull away from the sides, flip it over, and let gravity do the work for you. Come on, gravity! Yeah, I can see it now. A little bit of flour on the center, and I like to make the crust first. Pick it up slightly, move it around just so it doesn't stick. I know we got a lot of semolina on there, but you always gotta remember, you saw how sticky that dough was. So we're going through all the steps of the precautionary measures, just so we get some delicious pizza dough. Some delicious pizza. We already have delicious pizza dough. Shake the excess flour off. If you need more semolina, just brush that on. And I'm stretching with my hands, making sure we don't go too thin. Or even stretch it on the bench. Whatever works for you, bro. Whatever works for you. I think that's a pretty mean size to start the night off with. And since it's going to be the first pizza, you already know we have to make the OG pizza, the margarita. So a decent amount of sauce. Spread all over the pizza, apart from the crusts. Basil. And just a little bit of cheese. Just a little bit. Nothing crazy. Moved it over slightly so you guys can see the action. A little bit of semolina on the peel, and we're just gonna go for the not bad, 3 times for a new peel. Okay, that's a success. Let that cook 8 minutes. Here's how we're looking so far. You can really see the edges starting to puff up. I mean, it's not edges, it's the sides. A circle doesn't have sides, so what the hell is that? The crust. See some color on the top starting to form on the cheese. I love using that brand cheese, eh? It's my favorite. Whoa, that's crispy as. That's the higher hydration dough. Like, if you notice, most of my sauce is on the outsides. I always love making pizzas at home because you can just thrash the hell out of whatever you like. Mushrooms. If you know what kind of pizza I'm making, yellow at the screen. I'm making a capricosa, artichokes, and then last but not least, Kalamata olives. Finish off with a little bit of cheese. That's enough. Guys, you know, back in the day when I used to make pizzas and shit, I always used to get complaints about putting too much cheese on. Bro, it wasn't even that much. People would just fucking complain about everything, eh? They just want to. So if you want to complain, why don't you just stay at home? If the meal is not made to a good standard, then yeah, complain. Shaky shake, and then go 1, 2. You guys get to watch the conveyor belt action? Have a look at that one. Even better, my friends, even better. Even more aesthetically pleasing. Have a look at that. Just pure airy chasms, pockets of air in this delicious pizza. Straight for it. Mmm, yum. Pretty sure I'm gonna get blister on my lip now. High hydration does way more work, way tastier product. If you like food, you like making pizzas and stuff, definitely you try this before you go up that ways. Give it a go, challenge yourself. This one's the best looking one yet. Shout out to the land of the free, eh? A little bit of smoky barbecue sauce to take it to the next level. Oh my god. The last flavor taste test. Sweet, smoky, salty Hawaiian. I'm gonna leave you all right there. I've got so many pizzas to eat. If you like the video, please make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit me on Instagram or in the comments if you want me to cook up whatever you want to see next. I'll see you all on the next one.